Hey guys, it's me, Tiffany, and I know I am late to this tag, but I am here. So, I love Ariana Grande, and there is a book tag based off her album Positions, and so here we are, and I'm gonna do it. So, let's go. 1. Shut Up. A book you could not shut up about. At the time I listened to the audiobook, Daisy Jones and the Six, the audiobook was phenomenal, and I made 3 friends listen to the audiobook and they all loved it. So was I wrong? No. 34 plus 35, a book you stayed up to finish. 11/22/63. I did not just pick this for the numbers, but this is my favorite Stephen King book, and it raised the bar for how I love historical fiction. So, yeah. Motive, a book that made you question everything. Well, this is a manga series, a very popular one, but I think about this series all the time and the morality around it, and if I would have a Death Note, some reason, Death Note, yeah, I spoiled it when I was saying that, but I think about Death Note all the time, whether it's the manga or the anime or just the idea of the world. Some reason the morality in Death Note I don't know, I just think about it all the time. Just like magic, a book with all of your favorite tropes. See, that's a hard one to answer because I don't really necessarily hate most tropes or go crazy for any particular tropes. I mean, I do love the hero's journey. So I guess I could say something like The Hobbit, but I also love books that take place in one day. So The Sun is also a star, and Somewhere Only We Know. Both of those basically take place in a 24-hour period, but they're not necessarily my most favorite books in the world. But I do love books that take place in one day because that's such a hard feat to do. So when it's done well, I love it so much. So I guess maybe that would be a double answer right there. Safety Net, a book that you knew was going to be an instant 5-star. Henna Wars, this was such a good novel. I loved it. It's usually when it comes to romance, I do like YA romances a little more than adult, even though they're not perfect. But there was so much compacted in this novel, and I just wow. After I read it, and I didn't want to read anything for a few days because I loved it so much and I didn't want the high to go away. My Hair, an author that is well known and you're interested in, but you haven't dabbled into any of their works. Virginia Woolf, Love Language, a book that you keep returning to. Burned by Ellen Hopkins. This is not the happiest book, but I love it. So I've read it probably about 6 or 7 times all the way through. Positions, a book that subverted a cliche. This is going to be an unpopular opinion if people still even care about this series. I really don't care about this series anymore, but I'm going to say it anyways. Allegiant. The ending was not what people normally expect that happens to the main character, and I thought it was ballsy, and I respect it. Obvious, a book you love from a genre you don't normally read. Fierce Femmes and Notorious Liars, I don't know what genre this book falls into. Is it fantasy, or is it just an unreliable narrative? I don't know what it falls into. It is its own thing. I think it should just be in its own box, but I loved it. POV, a book you would love to see in a different point of view. I am going to bring up A Song of Ice and Fire. I have read the 5 of the main series that's been out, and for some reason, Marjorie Tyrell does not have a chapter, and I think I would love that. She's one of my favorite characters, and especially from the show. And Jorah doesn't have any chapters either, and I think either one would be interesting, but Marjorie is just, I don't know, I just love her. I do, and I like Jorah too, but it's interesting to me that neither one of them have chapters. So I think it'd been interesting to see, and hopefully, this is a side tangent, but hopefully When's a Winner will someday come out. Alright guys, that is enough for this tag. If there's anything you'd like to see me talk about or explain in more detail, I would love to. Just let me know in the comment section below. Tell me what you think, and if you disagree, that is fine. Just keep it a friendly discussion, and I will see you next time.